Hello, Russell Realty team, Russell Realty Solutions. This is Dameon Russell. I'm giving you today the nugget, as I call it, the daily nugget. Recall, if you will, our very first meeting. I think it was when I told you we expressed our commitment level to your business, to your career, that we would be here every day working for you, working hard for your business and for ours. But there's a quid pro quo element there, whereas our commitment level to your business will only mirror your commitment level to your business. So just please keep that in mind. It's a two-way street. You got to work hard for it too. The daily nugget. None of us can expect to do this in short order. It takes time. This is the accumulation. It's an accrued skill set. Success is only achieved over time by making certain moves and taking certain actions along the way. I call these the nuggets because I liken them to gold nuggets. Each one has value. What I call them are little tidbits of information, things you can go to seminars or hear and learn or read about and take away something, some little bit of information that may down the road help you achieve success and help you build on your business and build your career. I call those nuggets like gold nuggets. Each one has value. Every single one has a value. It will add value to your business, some more, some less, but each one nonetheless has value. So just keep that in mind. I've been doing this for 26 years in terms of my career, my business in real estate, and I'm still collecting nuggets along the way, and I look forward to do that eagerly every day. What's up, guys? It's time for that daily nugget again, that takeaway. Remember, it always starts with a question. So the question for the day is, what do I do? Getting started. I'm going to change that because I don't want to focus in the time that we have right now on what you should do. I'm going to cover that. Silviana covers that in numerous trainings on just the activities and the actions of a successful salesperson. That's what you do. That's the do. What I want to talk about is expectations. So the question for the nugget, I've got it written down here. Getting started, what should I expect? What should you expect of yourself? What should you expect from your branch? What should you expect from management or your office manager, your mentor? What should you expect from the marketplace as they receive you as a new agent? What should you expect for your business? We're talking short, mid, and long term and beyond. So first 30 days, expect nothing. We've got agents who are starting out and they're kicking themselves and getting down on themselves because it's been 30, 45 days and they don't really have anything going on, and you just can't do that. You have to start, number one, we're going to keep it in order, we need a good succession with prioritization. So number one, understand that this takes time. This is sales, but we're not selling candy. This is sales, but we're not traveling salesmen with a suitcase of shower curtain rings like in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, one of my favorite comedy movies. We're selling real estate. And in this level sales, we're really selling ourselves. And selling yourselves requires a conveyance of trust. And that doesn't happen overnight. It just doesn't. So here's how it normally works. I've been in this business for 26 plus years now, so I can tell you definitively how it works. And you should take my word for it because I know of what I speak. So here's how it works. New agent starts out, they will generally close a transaction or maybe even get a second one started within their first 90 days. Now, how do they do that? And why do most agents have that immediate success? Well, it's not because they were lucky. It's not because they hit the ground running and they're just ready to go. In most cases, not. In most cases, it's because of their SOI. It's Aunt Franny or Uncle Ben or whomever gave them a deal right off the bat. That deal was probably waiting as they were getting their license, so that they knew that as soon as they were licensed, boom, Uncle Ben was going to sell his house and was going to have you do it. Aunt Franny was looking to downsize and she was going to sell her house and buy another, so there's two transactions. That's how it happens. Because what happens after those transactions, as we call it, the wad is shot, the SOI has been spent, the initial that initial shot has been spent. Then what happens is nothing. Most new agents after that do nothing for a period of 4 months, and here's why. because it takes time. You have to, the stages in this business are that, one, you have to understand how to build a pipeline, how to go out there and give your information and get the information back and begin to feed your hole, begin to fill it up. You have to first, before you start doing that, you have to learn, how do I do that? So once you learn how you do it, you can start actually conducting the activities that are going to get that done for you. That takes time. So first you've got to figure out and learn from a mentor or whomever or training, how do I do that? Second, you then got to go out and do it. So after you shoot that initial wad from your SOI, that relative who was waiting to sell their house until you got a license, when that's done and gone, you've got about 3 to 4 months typically before you see another transaction from a new agent. And that's just the whole card facts. So the way around that is, because most people say, well, I can't go without making money for 4 months. Well, this is what you do. So those actions that you're doing, you have to exponentially increase them, magnify them, intensify them, because all you're looking for is scraps on the ground, basically. You're looking for referrals. You're looking for the ability to co-list with a senior agent so that you can earn some sort of commission and have some kind of cash flow for your business initially. So what we're talking about is expectations. So again, I'm going to say this. Most new agents start out in their first 90 days. They may close Uncle Ben's job, close Uncle Ben's house. They may get Aunt Franny into a house. But the reality is, after that initial wad is shot, they've got nothing going for the next 3 months, at least the next 90 days. So those of you Russell Realty Solutions agents, our team members, our folks, I don't want you to get down, because there's one thing that we're not going to let you do. We're not going to let you set unrealistic expectations for yourself and then get down on yourself when you fail to hit that benchmark. What we want to do is set goals. We want to set expectations. We want to have benchmark levels of achievement and accomplishment. However, it's got to be realistic, and it's got to be within the normal confines of how sales gets done and how people succeed and reach success in this business. So again, if you think you're going to hit the ground running, you're going to close 2 or 3 transactions and then another 3 transactions the following month, and then within the following 4-month period you're going to close 7 transactions, it's just not going to happen. I don't want to bust anyone's bubble, but I'm going to be realistic with you to say that definitively that is not going to happen. So once you accept that and you receive that and you begin to understand that, okay, this is a business of attrition. This is a game of inches. This is accumulating nuggets and adding them to my stockpile. This is going out and collecting information, coming back and feeding the hole and messaging to those people appropriately with the appropriate content and the appropriate frequency based on who and what they are and who and what they want. So if they're a buyer, for example, over a seller, you don't want to send an investor or investors in your database first-time buyer information, because they'll be turned off by the message. Why is this guy sending me first-time buyer message? I own 50 houses. So it's kind of like that. Your messaging must be appropriate, just like you wouldn't send a buyer who's ready in 6 months, because everything's based on the state of readiness. State of readiness to buy, state of readiness to sell, state of readiness to need your services. So that's how you database and categorize and subcategorize your database, is based on that state of readiness. Buyer, seller, investor, those are headliners. The subcategorization is all based on the state of readiness in your database. Is this person waiting for their bankruptcy to discharge and they've got 3 more months on that, or 4, so then they'll come back, they'll be looking to buy a house? Is this person waiting for word from a job or an employer in Kentucky to see if they're going to need to sell their house here, hit the road and move to Kentucky for a new and better job opportunity? They need 4 months to figure that out or hear back from them. Any reason? Or are they an A category buyer, someone who's like looking right now? When? What's now? Define a right the hell now. So that means they're looking, they're actively engaged. They're not working with an agent, but they're online every day. They're dragging their wife and kids on Saturday to go to these open houses because they're looking to buy right now. They've perhaps been pre-qualified already by a loan officer and they're ready to buy right now. That's an A or hot prospect. So this person needs to get constant contact from you, as opposed to someone who's 6 months out in their state of readiness. They only need maybe one message per month, or one touch as we call it, per month. A B buyer, someone who's warm, they need 2 touches per month. We can get into that. It's all in my book, The ABCs of Prospecting, but the reality is, understand and have realistic expectations of your business. All of the things I just said take time. It's a buildup. So if you are prepared to accept that and acknowledge that, you're going to be just fine. Those initial transactions, you'll get them, and believe me, there will be many more to come. Many more, especially working with us. So that's the nugget for the day.